Hey guys, Dr. Drunk aka here with a game for you in my Tier 6 Premium American battleship, the USS Arizona. Divvied up with Amgen, and I like turtles, in the Arizona and the Bajoni, respectively. Now, as you can see, the equipment, I actually have rudder shift on the Arizona because she is really sluggish. Damage control in the second slot. And of course, this is my typical USN captain build using John Doe or Jack Doe, taking advantage of improved expert loader and improved expert marksman. So, USS Arizona. What is there to know about USS Arizona? Well, she is a U.S. Navy standard type of battleship. All or nothing scheme. Very hard to citadel. She has 12 356mm guns in 4 triple turrets. And as you can see, she has a standard set of consumables with regular damage control, 5 heals, standard US Navy heals. And in this case, we're taking a spotter plane for additional range. And of course, because this is a... this is a 5-6 game. So there's really not a lot to worry about here. In terms of range, we can pretty much reach out and touch anybody on the map. The other thing to remember about the USS Arizona is she is very slow. She's a standard US ship, so you're looking at 22, 23 knots. And of course, because these 14-inch guns, you have a lot of them, you're going to be looking for broadsides most of the game. I'm going to go ahead and say it now, this Alba's a real pain in the ass. I waste a number of salvos on this guy who somehow sailing around at half speed manages to work for him. But he does a good job of baiting multiple salvos from not only myself, but also from our other Arizona. Our Nicholas, aka Jerkface, is pushing into the Kamikaze, and that's not going to end well. So our Nicholas is first blood, not even barely 2 minutes into the game. Our Podvoisky follows shortly behind. Again, not only 2.5 minutes into the game. So suddenly we're down 2 destroyers, and in true 2020 fashion, battleships need to cap points. So, I'm gonna go try and cap center. Keeping eyes on that Ismail, who is sailing sort of broadside, pretty broadside, mostly broadside. We're gonna pop our spotter plane to get a little bit better vision here. We're going to take a pot shot at this Russian battleship. Unfortunately, I aimed just a little bit too low and only 3 pens and an overpen, so no love there. It's going to be a very odd game. I will tell you this right off the bat. It's going to be a very interesting game in which we don't see a lot of damage from everybody. Ismail Salvo comes in. He under leads. Of course, he does get my 3rd turret, which that's annoying. Speaking of annoying, here's our friend the Alba again. We elevate the gun slightly, assuming that he's going to continue on that turn out. But somehow, we get 2 overpens, and he gets lucky because Alba reasons. Pretty sure my Alba is the only one that has a citadel. Now, we're down 125 points. We did finally kill the Ismail, so we pulled that ship lead back from 2 to nothing to 2 to 1. However, we are still down by ships. We're still down by points. The enemy has the center cap circle. I'm sitting in the middle cap circle. And I decide, take a shot at this Bajoni. He's pretty maneuverable. I'll knock 5k off of him. Maybe turn him out. John Wei finally kills the Kamikaze, which is actually really nice because that Kamikaze is a huge threat to all of our battleships with its super stealthy concealment range and longer range torps that reload very quickly. This Montecuccoli, yeah, it's presenting a not a great angle, so we're going to ignore that. And our Ismail goes down to the Bayern, so our flank on this side is basically gone. Our Janway dies to the Alba as we citadel that bow in Budyoni, and he decides that, fuck this, I have no interest in this, I'm going to leave. Now you're probably saying, well, what the hell are you doing, man? You're backing up behind an island. Yes, I'm backing up behind an island. I go undetected, which tells me that both of those destroyers are behind the islands around E7, E8. I will have shots here on the Bayern, but most importantly, I will be able to stop the capture progress. If you look at our team, we don't have any DDs left. We're out of destroyers. Enemy team, the Reds have 2. So we have a problem. Since we do not have any DDs left, it's going to be up to our CVs to spot for us. And in the meantime, I'm going to try and get into the cap and stop their points in the center. Granted, this will leave the middle ring untouched, but if we can get this center capped out, we'll at least have a chance here. Kotnik is... he's coming around I don't know what he's trying to do. This Okotnik will puzzle me, and you can see buffed expert loader coming in very handy, so we can switch from AP to HE in the matter of about 7 seconds. Now granted, I am sailing forward, probably a little bit too fast here, and of course I'm contested, so, well, we know that DD, we have a DD in the middle. Doesn't matter if I sail out of the cap at this point. The Okotnik shows up at 6 kilometers, too short for his torpedoes, did not expect having HE loaded, and that's what the Arizona does best. She is a shotgun, but when you get close, shotgun shells hurt up close. If anybody ever played Doom 2 back in the day, a double-barreled shotgun was kind of useless at range, but man, once you got close, that thing would murder pinky demons like nobody's business. We're even on ships. We're down by about 300 points, and they're continuing to gain points in the middle. In Discord chat, Amgen is telling me I'm heading for the center cap, so that should be fine. That'll stop the points gain in the middle. Now I'm getting picked on by the Bayern, the Montecuccoli, and presumably the Galissoniere. That seems like what it is in there. And yes, the Galissoniere gets spotted. And that's probably the DD. No, that's the Galissoniere in there as well. So, enough of this. I say we've had a bit of this. I'm just going to take my beating. I'm going to switch to the Bayern. Unfortunately, overlead the Bayern a little bit because the CV is dropping torpedoes on him, so I overlead as he turns in. The Galissoniere is continuing to drop HE on me. The Montecuccoli is firing sap at me, and sap hurts in standard battleships, by the way, just so that you know. We're angled nicely against the Bayern, so the Bayern can't really do a whole lot to me. But oh look, he's turning out. He's turning out, and that's going to be really nice of him because it gives me enough of his superstructure to aim for that I can finish him off. Now it's time to get motor going. We've got the middle cap. Amgen is contesting that center cap against the Janway. I'm basically trying to defend our Ranger so that he can continue to stay alive and spot both the DDs and the cruisers over here. Amgen murders their Ryujo. For some reason he pushed close. I don't know why. I hold my shot just for a second to see if I can figure out what this cruiser's going to do. And he is obliging me by sailing in a straight line. Thank you, buddy. I really appreciate that. I'll take the Citadel and the kill. So now I'm thinking, all right, the 2 CVs are probably going to get away and they're going to live. That's great. Our Perth has a good angle on the Montecuccoli should he decide to actually shoot at him. And the Montecuccoli is going to go hide behind an island. That'll take his guns out of the fight for a short period of time. A couple overpens on that Italian cruiser. Now, I'm kind of playing this trick right here. I'm seeing that Badione, and I'm waiting. You notice I didn't target that Badione until I was almost ready to fire at him, because I wanted to wait for him to show me his broadside. And now I'm seeing the Montecuccoli coming out as well. So we put our front guns onto that Badione. The Montecuccoli is coming out. And gee, I wonder, if a cruiser with torpedoes turns broadside to you, what is he probably doing? Citadel on the Badione. Rear guns on the Montecuccoli. We get a little bit of damage there. And this guy's kind of stuck. He's perfectly crossfired. He can angle to me or he can angle to the Perth. Can't angle to the HE of the Perth, so he might as well angle to me. Which is what he's going to try and do. So the Perth decides to use AP. Good boy, he knows what his ammunition choices are. Now, I know what this guy's trying to do. This guy's trying to get a torpedo rush off. So I'm going to fire one turret, and I'm going to try and bait him into making a turn. And it actually works. To some extent. However, it's a Italian cruiser. Apparently does not have a citadel. At least in my case, just overpens. As the Nuremberg finishes off that Montecuccoli. Now, suddenly, we're up 9-6. Just by sitting behind this island, between myself and the Perth, we killed the entirety of that flank. In the meantime, our Ranger dies to the Ismail. Amgen has gone down as well. This game is still not won. We have one CV left. They have one CV left. I expect this Ismail to continue his turn. He doesn't. Nothing but shatters and ricochets. At this point, the Jean Wei is sitting in the smoke screen off to my right-hand side. I see that smoke screen. I know where this guy is. I have options. I'm quickly calculating what is his torpedo range. His torpedo range has got to be short enough that he can't do anything to me from here. So I can just focus on this Ismail. The way this Ismail is played, the fact that he just nuked our Nuremberg, the way he's capping the middle ring. I gotta think that I have to be careful of this guy. Our Montecuccoli is going to push out broadside to an Ismail, and at least he decides to nose in, but remember, these are Russian guns on the Ismail. No Italian cruiser is going to survive long against Russian guns. I go dark, and I, for some reason, fire here. I don't know why I did, but for some reason I fired here. I think I didn't realize that I was dark at the time, because now he has the ability to farm me and set me on fire again, and my damage control is going to be on cooldown.
Problem solved, sir.
Montecuccoli goes down, and now it's 9 kills to 9 kills. We are up on hit points, but they have a destroyer.
Attention, all forces defend the
I
base.
ping the Jean Wei for the Perth, hoping the Perth is going to actually go after him. He drops torpedoes for some reason, and you're going to see here again the power of expert loader. Yes, would AP have done the job here? It sure would, but HE for the Kraken and a dead John Wayne. Now, that Ismail is sitting right now, I believe, on 4 kills. And I know he knows how to angle. CV is kind enough to spot him, and this is the benefit of having DIMmates in chat. I can say, guys, where are the Ismail's guns? Where are they looking? Because if I come around the corner, this Ismail could feasibly just nuke me. It's very possible. So, let's Someone in chat, someone in div chat tells me, yep, his guns are pointed right at you. Zoom in for a quick look. Sure are. So that means I have to go nose in. I know this guy knows how to angle, so once again, put that expert loader to good use. And we're just barely gonna nose out from behind this island cover. We're gonna go basically right bow in so that he'll bounce. And just as I come around the corner and get spotted, we're gonna fire HE at that Ismail. That's our 6th kill, takes that Russian Tier 6 battleship out of the game. And this one is basically wrapped up. So, you guys will note, when all is said and done, I didn't go very far. I went from spawn, I pushed up to about F6, and I basically didn't move out of that F5, F6 region, that G5, G6 region. Basically just stayed. Central enough to be a threat. Central enough to make the other ships have to push into me. And angled enough that nobody was able to do significant amounts of damage to me. And guys, don't do this. Don't say AFK CV in A5. Just don't do that, please. I get it, you might be annoyed, but don't do that. Victory, 85,000 damage, Dev Strike, and a Kraken, 6 kills. It's 500,000 credits, folks. Top of the team, 1,800 base XP, with another Arizona right behind me. Div took 8 kills out of 11. We do play all of these on our Twitch stream at twitch.tv/DrDrunkAKA. Head on over there, drop a follow, helps the channel out a lot. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, helps that channel out a lot. Guys, it is last call. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. See ya.